As Booker steps out of a jewelry store, he inadvertently collides with Officer Thomas, who dismisses his apology with hostility. In a sinister turn of events, Officer Thomas secretly places a package of illegal drugs in Booker's garage. Just days later, a team of officers arrives at his door, armed with a search warrant. Stay tuned to see if Booker can navigate this treacherous situation and come out unscathed. Subscribe now to keep enjoying the content. It was a late evening, the sun dipping below the horizon, casting long shadows on the bustling streets. Booker, a tall black man in his 30s, stepped out of a jewelry store, admiring the new watch on his wrist. Just as he turned the corner, he collided with a figure in a crisp blue uniform. "Watch where you're going," the officer barked, his voice sharp and aggressive. Booker took a step back, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. "I'm sorry, officer. I didn't see you there." "Yeah, right. You think you can just bump into people and walk away?" Officer Thomas's eyes narrowed, his posture rigid. "I said I'm sorry. It was an accident," Booker replied, trying to keep his voice calm. Thomas leaned in closer, his voice low and menacing. "This isn't over between us. You'll regret this." Booker frowned, feeling a chill run down his spine as he walked away, unaware that Thomas was following him from a distance. He hopped into his car, oblivious to the sinister plot brewing behind him. A week later, Booker was jolted from his evening routine by a loud knock at the door. He opened it to find Thomas, flanked by two other officers. "Mr. Booker," Thomas said, his tone dripping with false authority. "We have complaints that you're involved in the distribution of outlawed drugs and narcotics." "What are you talking about?" Booker asked, confusion etched on his face. "I have no idea what you're talking about. Witnesses have implicated you," Thomas replied, a smug grin on his face. Booker shook his head, his heart racing. "You can't search my property. I won't allow it. I'm not involved in any shady deals." Thomas's grin widened. "Well, I have a surprise for you. Here's the search warrant." Booker's eyes narrowed as he took the paper. "Is there someone behind this? Are you out here to embarrass me?" "Why?" Ignoring him, Thomas motioned to the other officers. "Let's start with the outside, the garage, the backyard." As they moved around, Booker's mind raced. He pulled out his phone, scrolling through his security app. A video alert caught his eye. He tapped it, watching in disbelief as the footage revealed Thomas walking into his garage with a package, lifting the gate, and leaving without it. His heart sank. "No way, sir, we found a package," one of the officers called from the garage. "Sir, you are under arrest for possession of illegal drugs. Anything you say can be held against you in a court of law," the officer continued. Booker's mind was spinning. He quickly sent a message to his older brother, who happened to be the police captain. "Brother, come to my house urgently. I'm in trouble." Minutes later, Captain Denzel arrived, his face a mask of concern. "What's going on here?" he asked, moving straight to Thomas. Subscribe now to keep enjoying the content. "Captain, Thomas stuttered, attempting to clarify the situation. "I followed up on some leads, and there are witnesses who purchased illegal drugs from this man, Booker. We obtained a warrant and searched his property." "Did you discover any illegal drugs during the search?" the captain inquired, focusing on Thomas. "Yes, we found the drugs." "He is definitely a criminal," Thomas replied. Captain Denzel then turned his attention to Booker, listening closely as he recounted the events. "Show me the security footage," he commanded, his tone unwavering. After reviewing the video, Denzel's expression grew stern. "I can't believe this, one of my own officers involved in criminal activities." In a shocking twist, Captain Denzel turned to Thomas. You're under arrest for planting evidence and framing an innocent man. What? Sir, what are you saying? I haven't done anything wrong. Thomas protested, panic rising in his voice. How low could you stoop? Where did you even get the idea of framing an innocent man? I'm so disappointed in you right now. Officers, arrest him. Thomas's face fell as reality set in. Did you even know there were security cameras in this residence? You plotted your own downfall. Get him out of here, officers. As Thomas was led away, anger and regret swirled within him. How could he have been so stupid? He thought of his career, his future, all crumbling because of a moment of rage. Captain Denzel instituted an investigation that ultimately proved Thomas's guilt. He was dismissed from the service and barred from ever being a law enforcement officer again. In the aftermath of this harrowing ordeal, one cannot help but reflect on the precarious balance between justice and injustice. The presence of security footage was not merely a stroke of luck for Booker. It was a lifeline that saved him from the clutches of a malicious and unfounded accusation. Had those cameras not captured the truth, the outcome could have been drastically different. Without the video evidence to exonerate him, Booker might have faced severe legal repercussions, his reputation tarnished by the false claims of Officer Thomas. The weight of the accusations could have led to a wrongful conviction, stripping him of his freedom and dignity. The implications of such a scenario extend beyond Booker himself. They resonate within the community, eroding trust in law enforcement and perpetuating a cycle of fear and suspicion. As we ponder the potential outcomes had the security footage not existed, we are compelled to advocate for systems that protect the innocent and hold the guilty accountable. The story of Booker and Officer Thomas is a cautionary tale, urging us to remain vigilant in our pursuit of justice and to champion the rights of every individual, regardless of their circumstances. In a world where shadows can easily distort the truth, let us strive to illuminate the path of fairness and integrity. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to help our channel grow.